Friday.
I feel like I didn't have the power in that one.
No, you're pretty low. Pretty monotone.
Feeling sick. I feel like I went to dig deep and it just wasn't there.
It's Friday. You have to do it.
Wasn't there. Going through a little bit of a cold right now.
It's
But,
that season.
Don't worry, I got some coffee, so I should be able to power right
There
through.
we go. Perfect.
Had a cough drop, some coffee. Let's make an episode.
There we go. Let's do
Hey,
it.
happy Friday to everyone out there. Welcome to Bench with the Tovar Brothers. We are the Tovar Brothers. Joey here, joined by my brother, Angel. What up now?
What's up?
Hope you guys had a great week. Happy Friday. I mean, it just feels...
TGIF,
it feels
baby.
like a Friday, man. It's been a week.
Yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
Absolutely.
For sure.
On today's episode, we're going to get to a bunch of stuff. It's a packed episode. Jam-packed episode.
Jam-packed.
We're going to get to the news, and then, of course, Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. We're going to call our shot on some fantasy guys, and we were pretty successful last week, by the way.
Yes, we were.
Also do a Thursday Night Football recap, which basically proved we know nothing about football because it was a great game.
It was a great game, but we did know that Mitch Trubisky's not very good.
He sucks. Yeah. We'll also do our game picks in almost a minute like we do every single week. If you're watching on YouTube, so you're new to the channel, welcome.
Hey!
We talk football 3 times a week, no matter what, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music, or wherever, thanks for enjoying the audio version of Bench with the Tovar Brothers. And then, of course, here on YouTube, you can see our beautiful faces, and we welcome you. Please like the show, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications so you can get everything we put up throughout the season as we head down the stretch here, week 14.
You were just in a groove, and that was amazing to watch. You had the music play. You were doing the whole thing, and that was pretty good.
My flu game.
Your flu game, literally, like, I was sitting back, like, this music is still going, the beat's dropping, you're like, da-da-da, all the stuff that like you always say, which is all true, and you should do all things that he just told you to do. Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
I'm focused right now.
Bravo to you.
Laser focused.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Follow us on Instagram, X, or TikTok. Search @BenchShow. And, of course, we gave you some help in how to spell that last week. I put it on the screen. Go ahead and put on the screen now. @BenchShow. That was a work of art.
Yeah.
Instagram, X, and TikTok, like I said, we're putting up stuff all the time. Reaction, highlights.
I'll tell you what, though.
Just whatever.
And I told you this, too.
Yeah.
We were watching the game, and usually we put up our favorite highlights of the game.
Nope.
I refuse to put any Mitch Trubisky highlights on the page. Just not going to do it. No one wants to see Mitch Trubisky
I mean, he
highlights.
made some plays, but yeah, he's just not good.
Okay, I'm telling this because you're my brother and I love you. You have a tag right there
A tag?
for your hat.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
How's that?
Now let's roll. Now let's do the show.
All right, let's get into the show all over again. Welcome to Benched. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get into a game recap. On Thursday Night Football, the Patriots and the Steelers.
A game was played. Better than we thought?
Much better than we thought.
Yeah.
Patriots win 21-18 as Amazon Prime blessed us with the 2-10 Patriots at the time playing the 7-5 Steelers. And the Patriots win this game, and let's just talk about how brutal a loss, back-to-back losses now, Arizona and now the Patriots. This is for the Steelers and how much it hurts their playoff chances because you should be 9-5 right now.
If you had a good quarterback. Mitch Trubisky, let's just start with him.
Yeah.
He's no bueno. His stat line looks okay because he threw, 190, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and rushed for a touchdown. You tell me if that was good quarterback play.
Yeah, he just sucks. I mean, he's a steaming pile of hot dog crap.
Wow,
I think that from now on, when I take my dogs out to use the crapper, I'm going to say, hey, babe, right back. I'm going to let the dogs Mitch Trubisky real quick on the grass. Because he just sucks, man.
Jeez.
He's just so bad.
I didn't mean, I was just...
Listen,
yeah.
when you're on the stage with Bailey Zappi, is his name Bailey?
Bailey.
First of all, that's a ridiculous first name.
Bailey?
That's ridiculous for a guy.
Shout out to all the Baileys out there. I'm a fan of you guys.
I'm not. I'm a fan of you, and I hope you succeed at life.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting.
Anyway,
yeah. I digress. To get outshined by Bailey Zappi.
Zappi.
Badly.
First half, 3 touchdowns, was dropping dimes everywhere.
Yeah, and
Surprising.
Trubisky, 22 for 35, 190 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Was also their leading rusher with 30 yards and a touchdown. Najee wasn't there. Jalen Ward, 7 carries, 11 yards. They didn't do much either. The receivers thoroughly frustrated. Defense didn't play that well either. I mean, they got picked apart by Bailey. They got picked apart by an offense that hasn't scored more than 10 points in 3 games.
Well, in the second half, they didn't allow any points. But yeah, the first half to let Zappy throw 3 touchdowns in a half is
terrible.
That's embarrassing right there.
Terrible.
I know a very good rookie, Joey Porter Jr. dropped a pick late in the game. They had a blocked punt, so kind of you count that towards like what
No,
they
gave up 21 points to the Patriots.
Yeah, I mean 20 first half points too. And
I mean, other than the Jets, is there another offense that you're so surprised when they score more than 15 points? Than the Patriots, other than the Jets. I mean, maybe
they're
the Panthers.
They're pretty neck and neck.
They're terrible, and the Steelers just fumbled away a game that we warned like Sunday. You need to win this game.
Yeah, and look, there's a lot of 6-6 teams in the AFC.
Yeah,
and you're 7-6. You don't really. I don't think anyone's scared to play you. Nope. I mean, you just lost to the Patriots in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, in Pittsburgh.
So that's after you lost to the Cardinals. So not great back-to-back weeks for Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin. And yikes, tough.
Every time they showed T.J. Watt, I just feel so bad for that man. He is such a warrior.
Wasting it, not wasting. What?
These are his best years, and they can't get a quarterback. I mean, even from the failed year of Big Ben, his last years,
like the last year, yeah.
And Mitch Trubisky, and then this whole thing with Kenny Pickett. I just hope. Here's what I hope: that Mike Tomlin or whoever the head coach is doesn't do what the Jets did all year and just get stubborn.
Yep. With
these quarterbacks. No, I like our quarterback room. I like Kenny Pickett's progression. We heard that this year in the preseason. Kenny Pickett looks great. Kenny Pickett's tearing it up in the preseason.
He did though.
But that doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like we get fooled with that. Like, oh, maybe he is progressing.
Yeah.
No, maybe he is what he is. We rarely see quarterbacks take that leap like 3 or 4 years in. It just doesn't happen.
Josh Allen really helped a lot of quarterbacks and hurt a lot of franchises.
Yeah, but even him, we saw flashes before.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he hurt a lot of franchises by giving all guys hope. Well, look, Josh Allen did it. Maybe Josh Allen's just an elite quarterback.
Oh, but I'm saying, even in Josh Allen's like early like bad years,
he
didn't look like that.
No, that was bad.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was crazy and he was wild, but you saw it. You saw like, okay, I could see if you rein this guy in, he could be a pretty good quarterback. I never thought if you could rein in Mitch Trubisky and just kind of calm him down a little bit.
Or you mean Pickett?
Either of these guys.
Yeah, they're both. And I hope this isn't an excuse for Mike Tomlin to say, well, he was hurt and we lost because he was hurt. So next year when he's healthy, we could be the same team that we were prior to his injury. Please don't do that for NFL fans' sake. We don't want to watch Kenny Pickett. He's not good.
They have such a squad. Like, they really do.
That offensive unit, if you put Kirk Cousins there, that's in a crazy.
Yeah, they got receivers. They might be a little, like, not like the best of the best, like Pickens and
I think they all have room.
What's his name? Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
They're not like the best of the best, but they're like they're about, I think, what the Texans have. Like a good wide receiver core, like a good room.
Oh, I think at their best, they're better than the Texans, right?
Tank down Nico Collins. Do you think they're better?
Yeah. If they were to have Stroud, they'd be but whatever. Good. That's what we're trying to say. They're good, and they're not being utilized to the fullest extent because of quarterback play, and it sucks. You hate to see it.
Yeah, they looks like they drafted like a great young tackle.
Yeah.
Their defense obviously needs some work, but D-line looks great. You got Porter in the secondary. He looks really good. Mika Fitzpatrick is still playing good ball. They're not that far away. You got to get quarterback right.
Yeah, and this is the outcome of not getting quarterback right. I know it's not their starter, but still. Patriots, by the way, Bill Belichick's son is an ugly dude. That dude is weird.
I'm such a fan of him.
Really?
I'm a fan of the mullet. I'm a fan of the
just like a weird.
I'm a fan of the hoodie that just like for some hoodies just do this. Like when you zip them all the way up, they're covering half your chin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no room to breathe. He always wears the ones that come all the way up, and it just makes him look like you don't care what you
I wonder if he ever gets any, like, DC calls.
Yeah, why not?
No, because, Papa Bear over there is running the defensive show, kind of.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he ever gets if he's going to get calls eventually.
We'll see. I mean, you have to imagine it's a collaborative effort at the very least. He could be calling the defensive plays, too. Like, we don't see Belichick calling defensive plays.
You know what we don't see this year, Belichick? Like, emotion. He's just like nothing. Like when
I
he
don't
was.
know. Have you watched a lot of Patriots games this year? He's been pretty pissed off at times.
Oh, well, either way, yeah, it's crazy to think. I said this halfway through the game. It's like there's a healthy Mac Jones right now on the bench, just doing nothing. Like how he's fallen from grace.
He's always sucked.
That sucks.
You
that he
liked
sucks. He had a good rookie year.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what's crazy? I saw this tweet. I'm not gonna say that I thought of it. If the 49ers would have drafted Mac Jones, he would have been in the same position, MVP talks, as Brock Purdy is.
I don't agree with that.
No?
One bit.
Oh, wow.
That's so disrespectful to Brock Purdy. Do you really believe that?
I believe some of it, yeah, probably, yeah. I could buy into it if someone told me that. Oh, if they would take a Mac Jones.
Why? What has Mac Jones ever done?
Because he had a good rookie year, and then they just effed it. They just effed it up.
I don't even like the Niners or Brock Purdy, and that's just so disrespectful. This man is one of the favorites to win the MVP. He just annihilated the Eagles. Huh?
Niner fans just turned us off.
Yeah, Niner fans just said, you said what?
You said what?
About Brock Purdy? They're over here trying to defend him against Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts, and you're like, let him pass Mac Jones first.
I'm just a Mac Jones guy. I don't know why.
You are.
I don't know what he did. I think it was his walk on draft night. I'm like, this guy's got it. Remember that walk when he got drafted? I'm like, this guy's got it, dude. Like, look at that walk. It's the walk of a champion.
Oh, God. That's the game recap. Before we get into the news here, I want to do another little how well were you paying attention during 2023?
Oh, wow. Okay, this is okay.
You ready? Okay.
Okay, here we go.
So this time we're going to do top grossing movies of 2023. This is music's in your vein. This is even more in your thing. Okay. You're constantly talking about movies that are coming out, right?
Okay.
And so let's see if you got it here. We're going to go down the line, starting from 15. I want you to tell me if you saw it and a quick, don't give me some crazy review. Just would you go see it again? Let's do that.
Okay.
If you saw it,
okay,
would you see it again? Okay. Creed 3.
I didn't see it when
I saw the first one and not anything past that.
The only good part is the J. Cole interlude. That's the only thing I'll say about that movie.
Boom. That's right. I love that. Transformers: Rise of the Bee. I don't know what it is, but
Rise of the Beast. No, it's like the 12th one.
They're still making Transformers. I didn't know that.
I don't
Did you know that came out?
I don't know who they're making. Yeah, I remember the odd trailer. Yeah,
Is Mark Wahlberg in it?
No, it's the new cast of characters and
number 14, top grossing movies of the year. Wow,
that's crazy.
Mission Impossible. There's still we're doing a lot of retreads this year, huh?
Yeah, this is part one of the finale. But
is what's his name in it?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise
Still looks as fantastic.
He's
as
still
ever.
in it.
Yep.
Wow, good for you, Tom.
Still running very hard.
Indiana Jones in the continuation of
God, no. I don't want to see old man.
Wait. Is this the Indiana Jones that my boy was in?
Harrison Ford?
No. Even Stevens.
No. That was a decade ago. A long time ago.
Okay, my bad. Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Next question.
That sucker's almost 4 hours long.
Oh my God! It's 4 hours.
I think so. I think it's an entire concert.
Oh.
Sound of Freedom. Okay. John Wick Chapter 4. There's a Chapter 4. Can we make a new movie? These are all retreads or
that's
sequels.
a whole different conversation about Hollywood movies.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I saw it. I wouldn't watch it ever again.
Okay, wow. Avatar, Way of Water. Love it. Would watch it over and over again.
I just feel like I don't have the TV to properly watch it on.
Yes. Love Avatar. The Little Mermaid.
No.
No. Oppenheimer.
I'd watch it again right now if I could.
I would have it on during the show.
Yeah, I would.
Love that movie. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
I'd watch it again every day of my life. I love it.
It made you very sad, right?
It's a send-off to a nice franchise.
Number 4, top grossing movie all the year. Okay, let's do top 3 here. Number 3, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
The best Spider-Man movie of all time.
You did say that. I forgot you said that.
This is the best
This
Spider-Man
is the cartoon, right?
This is the cartoon.
That's absurd. It's the best one of all time.
Watch it.
Wow.
People know that I'm right out there.
Yeah, guys, go watch that cartoon.
You're crazy.
The Super Mario Brothers. That's a great movie. I love that movie.
I love me some Mario and some Luigi, baby.
Yeah. Luigi's your guy.
Luigi's my guy, first off.
You know me. I'm not someone who's going to be like, oh, Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, big Mario.
I don't care. But my daughter fell in love with that movie, so I watched it about 89 times.
She had a good view of it.
Really like it.
Chris Pratt, the lead character.
Yep. Number 1 top grossing movie at what? 636 million?
Yeah.
60 million tickets sold is Barbie. I haven't watched it.
I would watch it. I'm waiting for it to.
You've tried to put it on a couple times with me in a room, and I've stopped you.
I will watch it at some point. Yeah, I said I didn't see it in theater because it came out Oppenheimer week, and I wanted to put all my money towards Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I don't think I will. Let's get into the news. The news is brought to you by 818 Brewing. If you're in the LA area, head there on Saturday night. I believe they're doing their big reveal for their summertime release.
Nice.
They have a brewery there. They brew all their own beer, and they're doing a release on Saturday. Go check it out. I'll be there. Let me know if you're going. Let's get into the news here, and we'll start with an insane story that just kind of casually was released today.
Here we go.
And that is a former Jaguars employee has been accused of stealing more than $22 million from the team. $22 million. How does that happen?
Was his name Shmerbin Shmeyer?
Nope, his name was Amit Patel.
Oh,
okay. I got the story here. Ready?
Okay.
This is incredible what he did. Like, it was incredible just hearing that, but I want you to see what he did. Former Jaguars manager of financial planning and analysis. So
fancy.
He was in. Yeah, he was in the. Honestly, he's wearing some tight pants.
Yeah.
Probably a little shirt. He's a little guy, right?
Skinny tie. Very tight haircut.
Yep, tight
and
haircut.
Very thin mustache beard combo.
That's exactly what I pictured.
Yeah.
So that's where he worked. He said, or not he said, but allegedly exploited the team's virtual credit card program.
Yeah, baby.
So you imagine he was in the inner workings of that thing, probably in the planning.
Yeah.
Right? And he thought, I see an opportunity here.
I see some stuff that no one knows what this stuff is.
And so
Urban Meyer's an idiot.
What most like fraud, unless when it comes to credit card and stuff, they'll do little purchases that are, for the most part, like will go unrecognized for a while.
Yeah.
Not this man. This man, I want you to see what he purchased here.
I don't even know the story.
Let's start with this one. $95,000 watch.
It's for the team.
A $95,000 watch.
It's for the team.
A Nissan pickup truck.
Look, shout out to Nissan. Why the hell did you get a Nissan truck?
A Tesla Model 3.
Okay, sheesh.
Lastly, a condo.
I bought myself a house and 2 cars.
This guy. The most ballsy thing. That's one of the most ballsy things I've ever seen.
I guess he thought, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it big.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a nice 2 years before I get caught.
Jeez.
Wait, what?
Also, what kind of limits are they giving on these credit cards?
And who's keeping track of this stuff? Oh, he's in charge of it.
We need to apply for this right now.
Yeah, what was the title? I'm going to look it up.
That's just insane. Maybe.
What year was this?
This just happened.
Oh, that was Urban Meyer.
No, this is.
That's why that would have been pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Come on,
just
Dougie.
Happened. Listen, Dougie P has nothing to do with what's happening in the financial planning and analysis part of the building. He's never stepped foot in there.
Sounds like a cap guy to me. He's a cap guy.
Dougie P brings a bologna sandwich with no condiments.
And a water.
A
Kirkland water
and the
bottle.
old Lay chips.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not even baked. Just regular.
And he calls his wife.
Yep.
That's what he does. He's not. He has nothing to do here.
Hey, Margaret.
Yeah.
That's his wife's name, Margaret.
Hey, Margaret.
Yeah.
Jeez, but that was an insane story to me.
Yeah.
What this guy did.
Terrible. Terrible.
We're not giving out bananas today, but I feel like you would get a lot of bananas.
Yeah. You get how much money do you steal?
95. Well, I mean, so I don't know what. So 22 million.
He gets 22 million bananas. 22 million.
million.
So like, that's a big. It's a,
like, do you
no,
not think you're gonna get caught?
No, the house. How big was the house?
You bought a condo.
22 million. Oh, so you got
22 million. Yeah,
those are the big purchases. He has bought other stuff. You mean? I thought those were the only purchases that he made with that.
Yeah, I think you could fit 22 million into a condo, a Tesla, a truck, and a $100,000 watch.
Yeah, whatever. I don't think you can, but it doesn't matter.
Right?
Crazy, ballsy. No, because a house. Look, a Tesla.
If you buy, think about it. If you're in New York, you get like a $15-20 million condo.
Yeah, maybe you got in New York. That's crazy.
You're thinking of my condo. That's the problem.
I'm thinking just of like a regular condo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on here. Let's check in on Zach Wilson. He's had an interesting week.
Oh yeah.
We reported last time Zach Wilson wanted nothing to do with going back in.
No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Zach, you want to get in this game?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. I like this clipboard's nice.
Staying next to Aaron.
This tablet is dope. This is a Microsoft whatever the hell it's called.
Yep.
What's it called? Microsoft.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Surface.
Microsoft Surface. This is nice. 2024 edition.
And then Saleh came out and said, "No, he's pumped. He's jacked.
Get your ass up.
He's a baller." That's what he told the media.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And today Zach Wilson was finally asked about it. He said, "Absolutely not. I love the guys in this locker room, and I do anything. I think anytime you have an opportunity to step on the field, you need to take advantage of it." I feel like that's exactly what Aaron said.
He said this with like a wall right here,
with Aaron standing there right behind him.
It's just say it. Say what I told you to say earlier. I love this team.
What a disaster! Of
I
a
am
season.
dedicated towards this team and its future and its success.
I'm not a superstitious guy, but in the beginning of the year, right, there's a lot of hype around the Jets, and I kept hearing but it's the Jets. They messed everything up. It's a cursed franchise, whatever. And I literally thought, how can this go wrong? You have a great roster, it's good. There's good vibes around it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Just Dak Wilson getting talked back into the game. They're gonna lose. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Tough.
What a year for New York. They just want it to be over. Let's get to next year.
We all want it to be over. I'm tired of this.
Moving on here. Mike McCarthy, Big Mike, had a little bit of a emergency surgery. Did you hear about that?
I did. I didn't see what it was for.
Appendicitis.
That sucks.
Yeah, so you got it removed. Head coach Mike McCarthy having surgery today. I think that's from yesterday. Was diagnosed with acute case appendicitis.
Yeah.
But apparently he said, if I could stand up, I'm gonna be at that game.
Attaboy, Mike. Attaboy.
Attaboy, Big Mike.
Appendicitis. Whenever people, I don't never had it, but when people have had it, they said it's the worst pain.
Yeah.
Because it's just a shock in your gut. You don't know where it's coming from. You have surgery right away. That's shout out to Mike.
He tweeted, appreciate your thoughts and prayers, but I have no abdominal pain today.
Good for you, Mike. Good for you, Mike.
Mike, if you miss a couple games, you're gonna lose your job. To Gus Bradley.
To Dan Quinn.
God, I always get those guys
Yeah,
mixed.
well, they look almost the same. But this is cool. This is cool.
It's the biggest game of the year for them.
Yeah.
It's a huge game. You got to be there.
Yeah.
And good for Big Mike for making it. News out of Minnesota. The Vikings are sticking with quarterback Josh Dobbs.
Why is this a
They're
story?
announcing this on a Thursday, heading into this week's matchup with the Raiders. My question is to them, what else did you consider?
A rookie quarterback.
What else are you considering?
What's the quarterback?
Jaron Hall was in the game for 4 plays before he just got knocked out.
Yeah, maybe they're like, well, we didn't get a good look at Jaron Hall. We want to see what Jaron Hall has. No,
Yeah.
you don't. You traded Josh Dobbs is better than Jaron Hall. I know Josh Dobbs had a terrible game, terrible, but he'll bounce back.
Yeah, I mean Josh Dobbs, he was always playing above what he is.
Yeah,
So there's gonna be a come down to earth thing, but he's a scrappy quarterback who can win you a game. He's okay.
he's okay. He's better than Hall as of right now.
Yeah, and look across. I mean, all the teams that are playing with backups right now, he'd be on top of the list for guys I'd want.
Yeah, go watch the Patriots Steelers game. Tell me if Josh Dobbs isn't better than both those guys.
Yeah, go talk to Tim Boyle.
Yeah, how about that?
Played 2 days later, was released.
Yeah, Boyle's. Shout out to Boyle out there watching the podcast now.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Tim. What's up, dude?
Last time we get into here, as far as the news is considered, the first wave of votes for the Pro Bowl. Now, the Pro Bowl is fan voted?
Yeah, it's also not really a Pro Bowl.
Is it fan voted?
Yeah,
though?
it is.
Okay, so that's what I want to focus on here. These are the fans' choices. And sometimes the fans get it right, and sometimes the fans miss, and they miss terribly.
Terribly.
Example, who's a homeboy backup quarterback for the Ravens, who was a Pro Bowler last year?
Snoop Huntley.
Pro Bowl quarterback.
Also, at one point, Mitch Trubisky was a Pro Bowl quarterback.
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
So,
okay, so I'm basically going to tell you. Do you have the list ready? I can just read it to you. Tell me if they got it right or not.
okay, go
Ready?
ahead.
I'll read from each conference.
I'm judging the best players in the league. So, go ahead.
Quarterback for the AFC, Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, I'll put in the Pro Bowl.
Dak Prescott.
Yes.
Yes. Running backs, Raheem Mostert.
No.
In the AFC, who'd you put?
In the AFC?
Yeah.
Damn, what spot? AFC.
You said no.
Why? I still don't think he's the...
He's one of the leading rushers. I think I'm okay with it.
Okay.
You know what's funny about this? It's fan voted, and it's hard to meet a fan now that doesn't play fantasy football.
Yes.
So this is going to be major fantasy football influence. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
NFC. I mean, it's one guy. It's Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Okay, let's do receivers here. Tyreek Hill,
Yes.
CeeDee Lamb, NFC.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot of good NFC.
Yeah.
Is A.J. Brown?
I'm okay with it. Yeah, no, he's not.
I take A.J. Brown over him.
Yeah. Here's why I'm not okay. Travis Kelce. That is a classic fan vote.
Yeah.
He has not been the best.
No.
I'm trying to think of a better one in the AFC.
In the AFC?
Mark Andrews is down.
It's tough out there, man. Tight ends.
What about the rookies? Any rookies?
If you play
They're all in the
fantasy,
NFC, huh?
they're all in NFC. If you play,
No, Kincaid. No, I guess it is Kelce, huh?
that's Kelsey, just by default.
And then for the NFC, George Kittle. I think that's right. Kittle's been a beast this year.
Yeah.
I like it. Tackles, Teron Armstead, Trent Williams. Good with both those. Zeitler and Martin. Let's not pretend like we know a lot about the guard position, but I know those are good
Who?
guards.
Martin's good. Zeiler's good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to argue with that.
Oh.
And then centers, Creed Humphrey and Jason Kelsey. That's what it's been the last couple of years. What's interesting is Jason Kelsey is literally going to go out on top. It's like the last couple of years, he's like...
Oh, if he retires?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Some of the greats do that.
So defense real quick. Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa.
C.
100%. Chris Jones and Javon Hargrave. Javon Hargrave, I think he's been good.
I mean, I don't...
Chris Jones, yes.
Chris Jones, yeah.
Javon Hargrave's interesting to me. I think that's just because he's part of a great defense, and he's like...
And the Niners fan base, the faithful.
Yeah, a lot of Niners on this list.
Yeah.
T.J. Watt and Micah Parsons as linebackers, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey and Deron Bland are the cornerbacks. Leading vote getters
Well,
so
because
far.
Bland gets the picks, but he's not the best corner.
And he plays for the Cowboys.
Yeah. He's good. Look, what he does, elite. No one's ever done it before. Amazing. Is he the best corner, top two
I
corners
think
in
it's
the
worth
NFC?
it, Pro Bowl. I'd be pissed if he was an all-pro. But for Pro Bowl, yeah. Give it to him.
Wait, you really get mad if a guy with 5 pick
Yeah.
sixes gets all pro?
Yeah, because I think for the quarterback, there's so much more than that.
That's true.
Like, I think it's better.
I think it's a very good argument for him, though. But yeah.
Jalen Ramsey. That's a little bit of a name recognition thing, right? He's been good, but
He's only played like
best
played like
cornerback,
3
exactly.
games.
He's barely played. Geno Stone, who I just recently discovered, he's pretty good. And Jesse Bates has been balling Atlanta.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Since he's like, what the hell was it? Where was this?
He is so good.
He was so bad last year, too.
Kyle Hamilton is turned into one of my favorite players in the NFL.
You talk about him a lot.
I love me some Kyle Hamilton.
Big old 6'4"
He's so cool.
safety.
Okay, I'm an Eagle fan, but Reed Blankenship was voted the starting strong safety, and that's just not true.
He's a very good.
I don't know why he's the guy. He's such like a no-name type.
It's a fan favorite. Philly
he's
did
a
him a
white
favor.
guy.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe. I'm not going to go through the kickers and long snappers. But anyways, that's the Pro Bowl.
Shout out to all those guys we didn't mention.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. And fans, tighten up. Tighten up. Pay attention. Let's get the right guys in the Pro
Okay.
Bowl.
Real quick, you asked me about the AFC rushing leaders. These are the top 5, okay? The AFC. So
we're comparing these to Raheem Mostert.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
good.
Mostert leads with 828 yards.
That's enough right there.
Okay. He leads.
Yeah.
Pacheco is 779.
Okay.
Travis Etienne, 771. Josh Jacobs, 771. And James Cook, 731. So
God, James Cook, Pacheco, ETN, these are not the guys you thought would be.
fantasy, yeah. Or the leaders in
Because
general.
think about the kind of backs they are. They're kind of just like, they're not features in their offense.
Pause. Time out on the field. Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than Raheem Mostert.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. Sorry, Derrick Henry. Unbelievable. We talk about Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Has more rushing yards than him.
That's what I'm saying. Tighten up.
Yeah.
Get Derrick Henry.
Literally.
Oh.
Tighten up. Literally.
Okay. We're back with Friday's questions, Sunday's answers.
There it is. Just got some energy on it, too.
Let's get into here. I'm going to start this time. Is that okay with you?
Go ahead. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Let me
Your
cook.
show, man. Your show.
Can the Eagles bounce back
Okay.
and keep the Cowboys from taking the division? Because they're about to take it. Like, it's just very real that they could lose the division. I mean, all of a sudden, they're a 5 seed. This can happen like that. Life comes at you fast in the NFC.
Pretty fast in that division.
This game's on Sunday night because, of course, it is. The Eagles can't just play at a regular time. Eagles at 10-2, and right behind them, the Niners, Lions, and Cowboys, all at 9-3, all trying to get that number 1 seed. Very, very important game. Not only because the standings and it's the Cowboys and it's the division and the number 1 seed so much on the line. Last week is something you need to bounce back from. As a team, as a locker room, they were asked about it, and they're all saying, listen, we're going to try to come out with a better energy, stuff like that. It's an embarrassing loss. It was an embarrassing loss at home. And all of a sudden, like, everyone is down on the Eagles. Like, all of a sudden, they are frauds. Like, you know, like, just like that.
Yeah, it was pretty quick how people have turned on the Eagles after one loss to the Niners. It's crazy. Like, we've talked about it, and I've seen everywhere, like, you just hate the Eagles right now.
Yeah, people have turned on them. Jalen Hurts went from MVP favorite to, we never really believed
Did
this
you
guy.
see what David Carr said?
That's what I'm saying. David Carr is one of the, but you know what? What he said was taken out of context so much.
It was.
He said Mariota would be better for the Eagles right now, but he was saying that, if you listen to the whole conversation, was he's convinced that Jalen Hurts is hurt, and it's hurting his play. I don't agree with that, but people took it in a very different way.
I saw him, like, and I had to see it, but still, like, even if I think Hurts is more effective than Marcus Mariota at 100%.
Yeah, and even the Niners are running their laps. I think Bosa said today that we exposed Jalen Hurts as someone who always wants to run the ball and doesn't really want to play quarterback. And the guy, just everyone is turning on this Eagles team, and I love it.
Okay,
awesome. Because I think this team and Nick Sirianni, and I think that he leads from a better spot of like an underdog. No one believes in us.
Yeah, it's.
I think most teams work.
I think this is what you want as a head coach.
Yeah,
you want like give us all the hate. I need something to tell these guys who are extremely talented and need more motivation than what they already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we are at 10-2, and we're gonna get the best of the Eagles now, like the very best. They're as far as motivation wise.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that's gonna motivate you more than getting embarrassed against your rival, your current like biggest rival, even more than the Cowboys. And I want to see as a fan, hey, can we bounce back? I trust Jalen Hurts because he's just so steady. Like, he never gets too up or down.
Yeah.
But I want to see the secondary step up. I want to see Slay be better. I want to see Bradbury be better. And you know, Kevin Byard, where the hell are you?
This is such a good game. I mean, so much in the NFL,
important.
So much to the NFC playoff race. And Dak's playing well. I could very much see this be a shootout because Dak's playing very well. Yeah. And
the last game was.
That's what came down to a 4th and goal where Dak need to score, and he got some flags at the end of the game, and it was kind of a goofy 4th and goal from the 25 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a fun game, and it means a lot to the Cowboys to win it. But I think the Eagles, they must have been embarrassed last week.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, you got embarrassed, you got blown out by.
We've had to take stuff on the chin all week.
Yeah,
there's nothing to say.
No, you just like okay, okay,
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. They played. You do the generic answers.
The first time these two teams hooked up, it was in Philly. Eagles won 28-23. Dak was amazing. 374, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
I meant all time. Like the first time the Eagles and
Sorry, I meant the first time they played this season.
Okay.
Eagles won by 5, and Dak was very, very good. CeeDee Lamb, 11 catches, 191 yards. Eagles did not have an answer for him.
And still don't?
Yeah, I don't know if I wouldn't be very confident.
Yeah. CeeDee Lamb's playing very well this year.
Yeah, there's some stuff we got to work out. I mean, I'm interested to see because this defense, the numbers are very good as far as the Cowboys. So we'll see. The Cowboys have been, to me this year, when they play an inferior team, they destroy them. Mm-hmm. But when they play any kind of competent offense, this defense is not.
Yeah, I mean,
the Seahawks last week.
They beat the Seahawks, but they got a shootout with not a very great.
Seahawks haven't been in a lot of shootouts this year.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, that's what I want to see. That's my question for Friday, and hopefully it's answered Sunday. That if Eagles can bounce back and right the ship here, and we're 11-2.
And keep a lead because now the Niners have that tiebreaker and they're 1 game behind you.
Oh yeah,
so yeah,
big game. What you got?
For Friday's question, Sunday's answers. Can the Seahawks save their season with an upset win against the 49ers? Currently the 9th seed behind the Rams, Packers, and Vikings, which are all 6-6, same record. They started off 5-2. But let me tell you about their last 5 games. They lost in a shootout to Dallas, 41-35 last week. They got blown up by the Niners, 31-13. Lost by 1 to the Rams. Barely beat the Commanders by a field goal. And lost to the Ravens, 37-3. They've gone 1-5 since starting 5-2. Not great. Geno Smith last year, great story, great. You know, he was considered a bust. No one really believed in him. He came back, had a great season. This year, 15 touchdowns, 9 picks. Only 1 game with 3 or more passing touchdowns. Not the same Geno, not the same offense. This defense, which we believed in, we thought they were good. 25th in points per game, 23rd in yards per game, and 29th on third down.
They've been the biggest disappointment to me on that team. It's just they just can't. They're Swiss cheese. Like people just run up and down the field in them.
And then, so they're 6-6, 9th seed,
yeah,
with a bunch of 6-6 teams over them. Packers, Vikings, Rams. They play the Niners. You need to beat this not only to save your season, to save the confidence in your team. This is a must win. Right. And next week, by the way, they play the Eagles. So
it's tough.
This is your season. If you want to get the most out of this team, you have to start right now. You're in playoffs. Start right. What a game! What a time to. You should have beaten the Rams. You should have beaten. They got blown out, and they've lost confidence. I've lost confidence, but this is their season. If they fall under 500, it's gonna be tough to beat the Eagles next week too. And they say, okay. So let me tell you this: if they go the last 3 games, you tell me if they win. Tennessee,
yes.
Pittsburgh,
I think they're very similar teams. Where's the game being played?
I don't know.
If it's at home, yeah,
And the Cardinals.
they should win that game. Yeah.
Okay, so listen, if they lose these 2 games, they're under 5. This is their season. They need to start winning now because they've lost that lead that they had. Yeah. Now it's just deteriorating. Packers are on the up. Vikings are great, and Rams are on a hot streak too.
Yeah.
Teams are getting hot, and they're just not. That rhymed accidentally, but yeah,
bars.
It's just this is their season. I just want to know, can they?
About those.
Are they
teams.
a real team?
Yeah, think about those teams. The Packers. Who's it?
Rams and Vikings.
Rams, Vikings. They are the most talented roster of any of those by far.
But yeah,
Like they're the most talented roster. They do not belong in that conversation. Or I mean, I get it. I mean, the Niners are so good; they're going to win a division. So I guess you are going to be in the wild card conversation. But you should be the leader there easily.
Yeah.
With what you have. Yeah, Geno's been a disappointment, and I think this is why when they extended him this year, last summer. Like the vote of confidence, it wasn't really like it was kind of more of a reward for being a competent quarterback, but they definitely left the door open to get a new quarterback this offseason. You need it.
If they lose back-to-back weeks, what are you doing with Geno?
I mean, you start the rest of the year.
No, but next year I'm saying consider we need to look at a quarterback.
Yeah, and there's going to be a market for him because next year you better believe everyone is going to have a good backup quarterback.
Or you believe like teams like like the Jets, like if you're going to cut there, come play for us till Rodgers already, or not the Jets, maybe a team that like that, like Geno Smith. Yeah, so
Vikings.
Yeah, this is it's a big question. It's a big task to ask for them to beat the Niners in Santa Clara, but
Niners are feeling
you
good.
Can't afford to lose any more games. You got blown out by good teams. You need to start winning games. It's just it sucks that they're not good anymore.
Here's the thing about the Seahawks and Niners. It never looks like the Niners are gonna have a chance. But the Niners and the Rams just play the Seahawks and the Rams just play the Niners really well.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it should be a close game. I think the Niners are much better than them and playing much better than them. Mm-hmm. But I think this is going to be a really good game, a really close game. And it's going to come down to the wire. Yeah. This is going to be a great game to watch.
Yeah. So my question is, yeah.
Okay. My last one here. Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Can Justin Fields knock off the best team in the division, playing the Lions, and prove to his own organization he's the guy? He's the guy to build around.
Such a big game. So
the Lions are coming to Chicago. It's going to be forecasted for less than 40 degrees. It's going to be a cold December
Chile
Chicago game. Love it. Love that so much. Lions are fighting for a lot here. They're fighting for a first-round bye. We just said they're on the heels of the Eagles. They're fighting for they haven't been in the playoffs in 7 years. They haven't won their division since 1993.
I wasn't born yet.
Like, yeah, I was 4. They haven't won the division in that 30 years, right? 2020. Yeah, that's 30 years.
Yeah.
That's just wild. They're going to come in, the whole world is right in front of them. And they've been struggling defensively, like really badly.
Really badly.
So Justin Fields coming into this game, if the Lions come in and they're the hotness and Justin Fields pulls off a victory, and I hope they let him go. Hope they don't have no weird game plan like they had last week.
Well, let's call about 35 bubble screens and see what happens.
Just over and over again, okay, I think he's proven he can throw a bubble screen.
Yeah. God, who planned this?
Yeah, I was looking at his stats since he come back, but then I thought of that. I thought, well, the stats are skewed because they've had weird game plans with him. The one thing they are doing with him is they're running him a ton since he came back from injury.
Yeah.
18 carries last week, 12 the week before. That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a guy coming off the injury list.
Yeah.
But I want to see it here because they're gonna have to score because the Lions are gonna score.
Yeah.
Like the Bears are good, have been good defensively, like much better. Jalen Johnson's been a beast. But the Lions are just high-powered offense. They're gonna score. I think everyone's playing. It's Justin Fields got to put some points up on the board. His numbers this year are not that impressive as far as like if you just look at his his passing numbers, just over 1,500 yards.
Barely. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
But
12 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and a QBR of just 45. So his numbers aren't blowing you away. He missed time, so I guess you got to kind of take it for what it's worth. But remaining schedule here is the Lions, Browns, Cardinals, Falcons, Packers. And I think that's a nice, not an easy schedule, but a good schedule to see if he's the guy, right?
Yeah, and also, I don't know, when you read those carries, it just smells like, oh, are they showing him off to sell him?
It could be.
Because, 18 carries in a game, I don't even think Lamar Jackson does that right now. That's a lot of carries. But, yeah, they've got a schedule. I mean, that's what I would be doing. I think it helps the Bears so much. Like, look, we're going to try to win. And we need to see what Fields can do. Let's just throw him in the fire and see what happens.
Yeah, let him go.
Let him go. And this is good for them, too. Like, let's just see what this kid can do. I don't think the game plan allowed that to happen last week. I think the bubble screen is almost a lack of confidence in his throwing ability. But he had games this year where he was dicing up people.
He had back-to-back games where he was over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 8 touchdowns in 2 games.
Yeah. So, this Fields, this is if he can beat the Lions and prove to the Bears front office that he could be the guy. This might get him some money in Chicago. Yeah. It might be able to get him a wide receiver at the top pick or a lineman or whatever. This could help him out a lot.
There's been rumors this week, especially that the Bears are turning toward a more positive outlook on him, which is the best. The best possible scenario because they now have a 2-game lead in the loss column for that number 1 overall pick. They'll still have another top 5 or top 7 pick with their own pick. If they just buy in on Justin Fields, who I believe in, and you have that draft capital, God, you're in such a great spot.
Yeah, look what you did last year. You got DJ Moore, and then you use those picks. You'd be able to spread them out. Yeah, that's what I would do. I don't know what I would do. I do not envy Ryan Pace's decision. GM Ryan Pace. Yeah. That is a tough call. But yeah, if you keep Fields, imagine the help you can get with all those picks. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Here's why I think it's the right choice. Quarterbacks is no sure thing. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Look at even the number 1 overall picks at quarterback. It's up and down. You don't know.
Baker Mayfield's out there, not great. Trevor Lawrence has shown to be an elite.
We saw Mitch Trubisky tonight.
He
was number 2 or number 1. But saying
Zach Wilson was number 2 overall.
You just don't know. And if you have a quarterback in your room who's shown this guy can really play, he's a playmaker, that maybe he needs the right coaching around him for sustained.
I don't think they've ever used him correctly. He's been there for years. I can never say They had the right system. They said he didn't perform right.
They either treat him like a running back or they make him be a pocket passer.
Why can't you do both? Look at Lamar Jackson.
Let him go. Look at Josh Allen.
Look at Josh, yeah.
Just let him play his game.
Yes.
Yeah.
You kind of just box oh no, today you're a passer. Nope, today you're a runner. Last week he was a runner. He threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage a billion times and ran the ball 18 times.
Yeah. I mean, we see this in all sports, especially basketball and football. To me, the great coaches are the ones who look at their personnel and create their game plan around the strengths of their personnel.
Yeah.
The bad coaches are the ones who they have their system, they have what they want to be known for, they have what they think they're good at, and everyone has to run that no matter what kind of personnel you are.
Yeah, fit the box or you suck. Yeah.
Look what Bruce Arians, right? Not Bruce Arians. Brian Daboll did when they finally unlocked Josh Allen.
Yep.
He was a runner, he was scrambling around making throws, and he was coached hard.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to have a crazy quarterback, coach him hard and let him go.
Yeah.
And these guys got here playing the way they play.
Yeah.
Don't change it now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with you now.
You got another?
Yeah, I have one more. For Friday's questions, Sunday's answers. Are we sleeping on the Bills? The Bills? Look.
You changed this.
Look. Let me cook a little bit. Okay. They're currently 6-6, right? They're the 11th seed. But look at 11th seed, okay?
That's a sizzle.
They're behind the Steelers 7-6, the Broncos 6-6, and the Bengals 6-6, okay?
Yeah.
Since their dramatic, crazy loss to the Broncos, they're 1-1. But since that, they fired Ken Dorsey.
See ya.
Joe Brady was named OC.
We love him.
Since that, 32 points and 34 points, okay? Josh Allen in that time, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, throwing 76%. And their only loss was to Philly, 37-34.
They almost won that game.
And you saw that. That was a close game. Yeah. Coming off a bye week. So, as healthy as you can get off a bye week.
Yeah.
They played the Chiefs. We just saw the Chiefs. They are not the same Chiefs. They're still good. They're not the great Chiefs. The remaining schedule after this week's game against KC, the Cowboys, we have questions about them beating good teams.
Right.
The Chargers suck.
Yeah.
Patriots suck. Dolphins, questions about them beating good teams.
Right.
I think I'm all in on a crazy season of I'm all in on the Bills coming back this season and shoving it all down our faces. You thought we were done. You thought we were wrong. They might have a winning record and sneak into the freaking playoffs, dude.
I don't want to call you out, but I think I remember someone wanted their coach fired.
I did want the coach fired.
Yeah.
I did, but
this is just what you have to lock yourself in for when Josh Allen's your quarterback.
Yeah.
He's up and down, but his ups are so freaking good. Yeah. And he can literally put a team on his back and just keep coming at you. And his team reflects it.
He's played well he's played well. He beat the Jets. They beat the Jets very handily, but the Jets are kind of showing who they are. But Philly, I know there's no, winning and losing technically. Yeah. But they're at least 37-4, 37 to 34, right? That was a close game, and he played very well.
He was the best player on the field when they played the Eagles.
I think I'm buying in on a late season surge here where they sneak into the playoffs, and it'd be so fun. Yeah, you want the Bills in the playoffs. Absolutely. You want to see Josh Allen,
especially if they sneak in as a later seed, and they're playing the Chiefs or the Ravens in the first round. That's a great game. That's
a great game, and this team. Never been lack of talent. Never been short of talent.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. No one wants to play them in the playoffs.
Nope. I guarantee you.
You don't want the Bills.
If they get hot in the first game, oh, shit. Yeah. A hot Josh Allen throwing the ball with his hair on fire, but throwing 76% in the last 2 games since that OC change. Maybe they were right about Dorsey being the problem because, that offense looks pretty decent now.
They look good. The defense is not what they've been in past years, but they still have good players over there.
Yeah.
And they've gone through a lot injury-wise, a lot at every level. I like it. I like the Bills.
Out of the 5 games, what do you think the record would be? So they have they have the Chiefs this week.
It's in Arrowhead. Taylor Swift is going to be there.
Please stop saying that.
Yeah, I think they're going to do it.
Cowboys.
And I think, but side note on that, if the Bills beat them in Arrowhead this year, the Chiefs are going to be 7-6. No. It's gonna be their fifth. It's gonna be their 5th loss.
8-5.
8-5.
Yeah, but
we're gonna start hearing things about them.
Different subject.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, Chiefs. So that's a win.
I think so.
Dallas.
Is it in Jerry's world? Is that at home? If it's at home, they're gonna win.
I don't have.
You don't know. Why don't you know these things? Sorry, I said that because I asked you. I'm gonna look it up. Keep going. I'm gonna look up if it's at home though.
Well, I was gonna name teams, but now you want to know whether it's home or away.
Sorry, why? Because with those 2 teams, it's in Buffalo. Yeah, I got the Bills at home. With the weather right now?
Yeah. Chargers.
Win.
Patriots.
Win.
Dolphins. Week 18.
Win. They beat them so easily last time they played them.
You just had them going 5-0 into the last 5 games. They would end up 11-6, and that's pretty good record. That should get you in the playoffs.
The Bills are good. I don't care what anyone else says, and people call them fraudulent. People call them, front runners. They're a good team. It's just they lose to good teams. They've lost to some good teams, but they've beaten some good teams.
Yeah.
You can't, I feel like people are so, tough on Josh Allen probably because it's win a Super Bowl or stop telling me how good Josh Allen is.
Yeah.
Which is fair. But he's a great quarterback, and I don't get the doubt. I love it. I love the take.
But are we sleeping on the Bills? We might be. We'll find out Sunday if they beat the Chiefs in Chiefs Kingdom Arrowhead.
Go Bills.
Wild.
Okay, we're going to get to what do you want to do? You want to do the picks first, or you want to do the call your shot first?
Let's do the call your shot and then picks, but do we have time?
Yeah, we got time. Let's do call your shot.
Okay, good.
I want to remind everyone last week that you picked Brandon Ayuk, playing the Eagles. Unfortunately, he did ball out, 15 points. I picked Courtland Sutton, also put up a strong 15. So far, call your shot. Nailed it.
Okay.
We're going to do it again here. Call your shot. This is for fantasy football. A guy that we think you can confidently put in your lineup and give you one of those performances that you're going to look down your lineup and say, that guy came through for me. Who you got?
Zach Moss. Listen, Zach. I know last week was bad. Last week just 7.7 PPR points. Finished RB27 last week. When everyone picked him up, he was the hot waiver wire pick, and they played the Titans, who are pretty good. Okay, but here's what I want you to look at. 94 of the offensive snaps he was on the field for. He played 67 of 71 possible snaps.
Yeah.
Okay. That's workhorse. In PPR, that's work, right? You're on the field a lot. That's up there with CMC, with Derrick Henry, with Saquon Barkley. Those guys, okay?
Yeah, big time numbers.
Okay, JT's out. Obviously, we know that.
3 to
In
5
the
weeks.
5 games without Jonathan Taylor, or the one game where JT was extremely limited, he averaged 87.9 of the offensive snaps and had 4 top 10 finishes.
That'll work.
That'll work. This week, he plays the Cincinnati Bengals that are about average against the run, but look, he's a volume play. He's on the field a ton. He gets all the red zone, all the third down work. Play Zach Moss with confidence.
Yeah, I love it. Zach Moss is on one of my teams, and yeah, he didn't come through, but he got the 19 carries. He's getting the work. He's getting the throws.
Mm-hmm.
Gardner Minshew was more than happy to check it down often, and early and often.
Yep.
And I think he's going to be a league winner. And let me tell you right now, if you have someone in your league who picked him up, started him, they let him down, he might be available.
Yeah,
go get him.
A lot of dumb owners out there. Zach Moss, call him a shot. Zach Moss.
Love it. Mine is mine's playing in Chicago. I'm going Cole Kmet.
Whoa, tight end.
I think Cole Kmet. I think this time of year, if you don't have one of the top tight ends, you're streaming. You're looking at Evan Ingrams. You're looking at
Dalton Schultz.
You're looking at all those type of guys. I think Cole Kmet could be played, especially tomorrow. He plays Cleveland the first round of the playoffs, which is tough. But tomorrow Sunday against the Lions, I think he's going to eat. It's going to be a shootout. The Lions are going to score points, and the Bears are going to have to keep up. And there's not a lot of options throwing-wise that Justin Fields goes to. He doesn't really go to Mooney that often. Kmet's really his number 2 receiver. Mm-hmm. And Kmet's been really, really good. Last week, 7 targets, 7 catches.
Pretty
43
efficient.
points. Yep, put 11.3 points. Didn't get a touchdown. But tight ends are going off right now against the Lions. Last 3 weeks against the Lions, 4 out of the last 5 weeks, a tight end has scored a touchdown against them. Mm-hmm. That's big time. Because you get a touchdown out of your tight end spot, you won that tight end spot matchup. They're getting targets. They're getting receptions. The last 5 games, these are catches, 9, 6, 3, 6, and 10. Like, the tight end is eating against this Lions team, and I think Cole Kmet, you can plug him in, and you're gonna benefit from a high-scoring game.
Calling your shot on a tight end's pretty ballsy.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it, yeah. Also, too, let's play chess here a little bit. You pick up like a Cole Kmet, even if you do have like a Hawkinson or a Kincaid, these guys are going off for now, Laporta, and you have like some weaknesses in your flex, maybe put Cole Kmet in your tight end.
You're wilding.
And one of those top tight ends in your flex.
You're crazy.
You
dude.
wouldn't put Sam Laporta in your flex?
Oh, you mean if you have I thought you put Cole Kmet in your flex.
No.
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
I got you. I got
just
you.
to get the most points in your lineup.
Yeah, there's Porta. There's only a few times I'd do that with, but yeah.
I'm saying those top.
Totally,
ones.
yeah. Some teams, sometimes quarterbacks suck and the wideout doesn't do well, and the running backs hurt, whatever.
Yeah,
and you need to flex, and maybe
Especially think about that scenario. That Laporta, they're playing the Bears, so you have Laporta, put him in your flex against the Bears. Hell yeah,
yeah.
That's our call your shot. Kmet.
Zach Moss.
I like it.
Zach Moss.
I have one more thing for you, then we're going to take a quick break here. I want you to give me the top 5 fantasy scores in the NFL, okay? Try to name all the 5.
Fantasy
I'm really throwing you in the loop right here.
Wait, we need fantasy
The top
scores.
5 fantasy scores, regardless of position, defense doesn't count.
Okay. Okay.
Angel hates when I do this to him. I just throw him in.
CMC has to be up there.
Number 1, got it.
Okay. It has to be a quarterback, so probably like...
I'll give you this hint. No quarterbacks on the list.
Oh, that's all my options. Okay. Tyreek Hill.
Yep, that's number 2.
Jalen Hurts. No. AJ Brown. Sorry, AJ Brown.
No. There's 2 receivers and a running back.
The running back?
Yeah.
I said CMC already, right?
Yeah.
Another
leading rusher
running
in
back?
the AFC.
Oh, Derrick Henry.
Raheem Mostert.
Second leading rusher. Yeah.
The other 2 are CeeDee Lamb and Keenan Allen.
Oh, I never...
Isn't that interesting?
Keenan Allen... Okay.
Now, you recognize the same thing I did. I would, if you told me in the beginning of the year, top 5 list, I would think at least 3 of them are running backs.
Or then like some quarterbacks too, because like
quarterbacks, yeah. But
not this year.
That's the list. And CMC, man, like what else does he have to do? He's the MVP of the league.
Even 49er fans don't realize that the best player on the team is CMC. But that's
Brock Purdy. It's Brock Purdy.
Yeah, it's Brock Purdy.
Purdy.
Even though you watch freaking a Niners game, you realize how good CMC is. But whatever.
Let's take a quick break.
Crazy.
And we're going to get into the game picks for Week 14. Okay, before we get going here, let's do our game picks for Week 14. God, Week 14. Savor the moments, guys. It's almost over.
Sheesh.
We're in Week 14.
Wild.
Excuse me. But let's get into it here. Starting the clock, I think we did, 140 something last week?
Pretty good. Pretty decent.
Here we go. Let's start. 1, 3, 2. Buccaneers at the Falcons. This is a very important game in the AFC South.
I'm going
AFC South.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers here.
I think Falcons at home. Rams at the Ravens.
Off a bye week, Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens, easily. Lions traveling to the Bears.
Close game. I pick Lions.
Go Bears. Colts, Bengals.
Sorry, Browning. Colts taking this one.
Yeah, I think so, too. It's in Cincy. Doesn't matter. 8-4 Jags going to the 7-5 Browns. Not sure if Lawrence is going to play.
Hurt team plays the wrong team. I'll take Cleveland this one.
Yeah, in Cleveland, the defense is going to take over. 1-11 Panthers going to the Saints, 5-7.
Saints in the most boring game of the week.
Yeah. 7-5 Texans at the 4-8 Jets.
Texans put a spanking on those Jets.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think Texans are a statement game. 6-6 Vikings at the 5-7 Raiders.
Dobbs goes off to shut up all those stupid guys trying to bench him.
Yep. I got the Vikings as well. 6-6 Seahawks at the Niners in Santa Clara.
The Niners.
Yeah, Niners are going to win this game.
Yeah.
I wish I wish it could be more competitive, but it's not going to be.
No.
6-6 Bills at the Chiefs in Arrowhead.
Bills.
Yeah, I think the Bills win this one.
Calling the Bills.
Go, Josh. 6-6 Broncos at the 5-7 Chargers.
Broncos.
This is a blowout. This is going to be a blowout.
Yeah, Broncos.
10-2 Eagles at the 9-3 Cowboys.
I'm going Philly here.
Philly's going to bounce back, baby. It's a huge game for them. On Monday, we have a doubleheader. Titans at Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Okay. I have the Dolphins as well. And then Packers at Giants.
Pack attack, but this doubleheader, why are you doing this again?
Yeah, I have the Packers too, which would bring them to 7-6, above 500 for the first time this year. Minute 33.
Hey, that's pretty
very
good.
It's very good. I felt like I talked a lot in that one too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about a couple of these games.
Okay, a couple of the games that are first off, let's get this out of the way. Please stop making double headers. Please on Monday night.
So one of them starts. Oh God, they both start at 5:15.
Yep, they both start at 5:15 Pacific Standard Time. So
that's so annoying.
Either you're watching the Dolphins, Titans, or the Packers, Giants.
Why do this?
I don't know what the point of this is. I don't know if ratings. No way this helps ratings. No way this helps. You wouldn't want as many eyes as possible on this. This makes no sense. And those games are going to be blowouts, both of them. I think Dolphins blow out the Titans. I think Packers blow out blow out the Giants.
They're pretty fantasy relevant, I guess, so that'll keep people engaged.
Yes.
I think Saquon's going to play, but yeah, that's just super annoying. They start at the same time. Why not? And I get like there's logistical things on the back end, but if you can't run them to where they're back to back, why?
I don't know.
Run them at all. Just put it on a Sunday.
I mean, they're two East Coast teams, right? Miami and Giants. So next time, just do an East Coast and West Coast team.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yep.
But you said something that's very interesting. I didn't think it would be a blowout. But I had the Broncos beating the Chargers. You have it as a blowout?
I think the Broncos are much better than 6-6 at this point. Like you see the record, and you see 6-6, and you think, okay, they're not one of the hottest teams in the NFL, but they are. They barely lost to the Texans last week, and the Texans are a legit playoff team.
Yeah.
Chargers are just looking so bad.
Yeah.
Worse with every week.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's a divisional game. I think Sean Payton gets a big win here.
Bounce back win.
Yeah.
After that, yeah. And then Texans Jets. Please give me a stat line for your best guess. Zach Wilson's stat line.
Zach Wilson making his return. Texans don't have an incredible defense, but
Played
Derek
well
Stingley's going to pick him off over under one time.
Under.
I'm going to say over. I think Stingley has a couple.
A couple, okay.
I think he has a couple because Zach Wilson is going to come in and he's going to just completely suck again. Because if you thought his confidence was low before, try getting benched. Then it's a national story that you don't want to come back in. And then you and your coach is trying to convince everyone that, no, I'm actually a dog.
I actually love it. Hey, I actually love this shit.
Actually, I really want to play.
Yeah, I really want to play.
They're going to destroy you. And I think Stroud is just...
wrong team to go against if Stroud come back.
I'm very excited to see the Texas defense get Stroud, though. Stroud, to see him, if you could see him...
Jets defense.
Sorry, what did I say?
Texans defense.
Sorry, yeah, the Jets defense against Stroud, because they're legit, obviously. And if you could see him kind of surgically pick apart a great defense, I mean, check another box.
Stroud hype has been crazy. If he beats the Jets, like...
Check another box.
But, I mean, like, the Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills did it, so they can be had.
Listen, in the AFC, first round, you don't want to play the Bills, you don't want to play the Texans.
No, those two teams are... If the Bills end up, if they both teams end up in the playoffs, I don't want to play. Which one would you rather play? The Bills or the Texans?
Texans, because
They're just less.
And they're more battle tested, and they've been there, done that. But I'm not excited about playing the Texans either.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Real quick, the Saints-Panthers. Shout out to everyone. You will get bananas on Monday's show.
Yeah.
If you watch that game. That's going to be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Derek Carr's going to play.
What?
Okay, he's going to play. He's been practicing every day.
He's like, is he concussed and has a shoulder? Sheesh. Good
We'll never know.
Derek. Good for you, Derek.
Also, fishy situation in Tennessee because I'm pretty sure Derek Carr got a concussion last week.
Watch the replay. Look how he reacted. Oh, no, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah.
Derek, stand up. Derek, stand up.
And then it was like reported that he got a concussion. He didn't come back in the game. So if he was fine, why didn't he come back in the game?
He was hurt, Joey. Come on.
And then the next morning, he actually didn't have a concussion.
I'm fine. Poor Derek. Just lying to him. Derek, listen to me.
Are we seeing the last games of Derrick Henry? Does he play next year?
Yeah.
You think he plays next year?
In the league?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
why
gonna
are
be
you
30.
on this? Yes.
He's gonna be 30. He's Derrick Henry. He's taking a lot. He's taking a lot of punishment.
I mean, it has happened before, but I think it's going to come back.
He's not signed long term.
I think he's
You think he's gonna sign in Tennessee?
I think he'll play somewhere next year. I'm not sure where he's going to play next year, but he'll
I
play
think if he
somewhere.
plays, he's gonna play in the Cowboys next year.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's probably time.
Any other games you want to look at here? I'm looking.
No,
across
there's just some fun ones and then some boring ones. But, I want to see the Colts keep it up against Cincinnati Bengals. That might be a lucky shootout. Who would have thought that without Joe Burrow and
Browning.
Gardner Minshew? Brandon Browning versus Gardner Minshew in a shootout?
Jake Browning.
What is the league this year?
Yeah, that's the league this year.
What the hell?
Honestly, that's what I was thinking tonight tonight.
Yeah.
When we were watching Patriots and Steelers, I thought this is the league this year.
Crazy.
It's a game that we thought was going to suck. It's actually pretty good, but there's two backup quarterbacks that are just not that good, and we're just kind of like getting through it. That's just I'll always remember 2023, 2024 season as the year when all the quarterbacks got hurt, and it was just backups across the league.
This is the most backups I ever want to see in a season.
Yeah.
I don't need to see everyone's backups. Don't do it. Please don't do it again. Please.
Please go with good backups next year.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. Looking forward to this week. Already week 14. Unbelievable. This year's flying by. Enjoy it, folks. It will go fast.
Before we go real quick, Robbie Gould, longtime kicker of Chicago Bears, retired. Announced his retirement. So
legendary kicker.
Happy trails, Robbie Gould.
Yeah.
You were a stallion kicking up there. Imagine being the kicker in Chicago.
Yeah, you get what?
Swirling wind, the Windy City.
And 1,000 bananas.
Yeah. 1,000 Friday bananas to Robbie Gould for kicking up there in Chicago so long.
Yeah.
Happy trails, my guy. And that's the show for today.
Happy Friday,
Happy
folks.
Friday, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend of football. Settle in. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Anything else you want to say? I'm trying to empty the tank right now.
Nope. Goodbye.